I told y'all before, don't be afraid of lightening the weight. Go heavy when you need to, but at the end of the day, if you're just working weights, if you're just pulling it, not feeling the contraction, you're wasting your time. I know many that are way stronger than me, but don't look like me. So let's get it.
Hey, what's good guys, it's Ryan here. So here, coming to you with a commentary of our current horizontal back workout today. This is usually my 4th day in my 6-day split, so this is what we're doing today. As of right now, I'm doing a 6-day split, and I have 2 back days, one that focuses on my horizontal movements and one that focuses on my vertical movements. And basically on my horizontal movements, I'm focusing all on my rows. I'm doing all my rows, focusing on the latissimus dorsi, pretty much that medial lat development that I really like in my back, since it's pretty much the weakest part of my back right now. And of course for the horizontal, I'm focusing on rear delts, my rhomboids, my traps, all those things. And you'll pretty much see me doing pull-ups, a lot of, in general, vertical movements, and I'll also combine that with biceps. So I'm pretty much hitting biceps twice a week. So this is what we're doing today. As you can see here, my boy Arian, he's not necessarily new to the gym, but he's been very busy with studying and stuff like that. So here I'm just really trying to make sure he understands what working your muscles and contracting your muscles properly throughout the workout. I'm really trying to take him through the movements and make sure he gets it done properly. As you can see here, he's not using a lot of weight, but that's not the important thing. Is for him to understand the movement. So
people can pull the weight and not necessarily see their muscles contract. You really have to take your time and pull the weight with your muscles, because if you're just moving weight, you're not going to feel it. So take your time, make sure you use light amount of weight at first. Once you get heavier and heavier, you're going to feel those muscles contract a lot more. So take it slow.
And as you saw in that clip right there, I was explaining pretty much what it's like to actually contract your muscles properly during the movement. There's no shame in lightening the weight and doing it properly, because at the end of the day, you go too heavy, you get injured, you end up essentially ego lifting. I know many guys that lift a lot heavier than me. They do 3 sets of 2 and then they leave the gym, and I'm still there almost about 2 hours later. So at the end of the day, when you take somebody who does a lot of volume and a lot of training, and somebody who lifts super heavy and maybe does only like 2 or 3 sets and leaves the gym, the difference is immaculate. The other person's doing way more effort and way more work. So at the end of the day, you guys can do what you want, but this is natural bodybuilding. High volume every time, all the time. As you can see my boy here, he's doing pretty good. He's getting used to the movements, as we can see from today, so I'm really happy with his form so far. So over here we're starting off with 5 sets of the barbell row. I personally like to incorporate as many sets as possible for the first movement I do, and my first movement is usually one of the big 3. It's either going to be some sort of row. On chest day, for example, it's the bench press, and of course on leg day it's the squat. So I personally don't deadlift. I recently injured myself in the lower back roughly about 3 years ago, so deadlifts is a no for me. But close second for me to incorporate good back movements is the barbell row. So I don't mind doing it. It doesn't seem to disrupt my back too much, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh man, this is your final set. Let's go.
As you can see, my boy here is getting pretty intense, increasing the weight by roughly 10 pounds here. He's doing good, man. I'm pretty proud of him during this workout. He really pushed it. He kept telling me he was tired, but I kept telling him, no, we're going to continue. So, like I said, my workout's a high volume, and I'm pretty much hitting my muscles twice a week. So it's pretty taxing for somebody like me, and even for somebody like him, for anybody in general. So at the end of the day, you got to put that hard work in. My last hit here, I decided to test my nuts a little bit and go 185. Hadn't done it in a while, since I've been cutting this an entire time, so it went up pretty well, so I'm pretty happy with that. This next exercise right here is the T-bar rows, close grip. A really good movement to really get the lower lats inside there. If you really want that beefy hang look in your lower lats, I really suggest this exercise. But ensure you use the close grip. This is really going to bring your lats in. Alright, I'm sure this exercise needs no introduction at all. It's dumbbell rows. Currently I'm using 100-pound dumbbells. When I was bulking, I used to be using 110s, but since I've been cutting, I've obviously lost a lot of strength, a lot of glycogen. So once I reverse diet, I'm pretty sure my strength will come back pretty easily. I'll give myself around 3 to 4 weeks to really get it, but honestly, reverse dieting is the real test of essentially your discipline. You know, after you get off a cut, your cravings are just going to be through the roof. You're going to be wanting to go to Taco Bell, Chinese buffet. So it really takes a lot of effort to reverse diet and get your metabolism where it needs to be. And honestly, I've seen a lot of people really benefit from reverse dieting and essentially look better from when they were cutting. So next exercise right here is a unilateral machine row. Really good exercise for the lats as well. I really enjoyed this because you can really stretch and squeeze your lats without really having to worry about the stabilization muscles that are moving during barbell and dumbbell rows. And of course we could add in some cable rows. Cable rows, one of my favorite back exercises to do. This really helps me really squeeze my back, really in my entire back, and that's why I love it so much. Going really heavy on this movement is really comfortable for me, and I feel it a lot in my back ever since I've been doing it. So I highly recommend implementing this if you're having troubles with your back development. But I wouldn't recommend starting this out with your movement. I would recommend putting this near the end of your back workout, because at the end of the day, I believe in the full free weights before any cable movement. So, but either way, this really helps you contract with your back. As you can see, I'm trying to help my boy here contract with his back here, and overall, he's not doing too bad. And of course, last set, decided to test my nuts here. I believe I'm doing 90 kilograms to 100. I can't remember off the top of my head, but overall, pretty good. Alright guys, this is the last exercise that's going to be done for the back. It's the lat pull down, which is under an underhand grip. I really like these because these really bring out my serratus a lot. And essentially, if you want that really beef hanging look from the front, you want to look good from the front, I would highly recommend doing these. And make sure you stretch and squeeze your lats in this movement. You'll see in this next clip, I'm really trying to instruct my boy Arian to really squeeze his back in this movement. And even he was telling me after the workout, he was absolutely exhausted. It's like his back was just screaming after it. So you'll see him go through a really slow tempo, and that's because I'm trying to instruct him to connect with his muscles. And it seems to be working. And last but not least, this is of course a back day, and it's going to be combined with biceps. I'm doing biceps twice a week along with my back, so back and biceps today. This exercise is really good. I mean, it needs no introduction at all, but yeah, I'm doing 35-pound dumbbells. I could go 40s, but I really enjoy just focusing on the contraction, really squeezing my biceps. I see a lot of people swinging and jerking and using momentum with the bicep curls, so I really just enjoy squeezing the bicep properly, and that's really helped me over the years to get good bicep gains. And of course, we're ending off with some overhand curls with the easy bar. At the end of the day, you have you have actually two heads of the bicep, the short head and the long head. I believe this works the short head if you have the overhand grip. So really hit both heads of the biceps. When you do your front double bicep, your biceps are fully developed from the back into the front. So really good bicep movement here. And after my workout, we decided to do 20 minutes of cardio, targeting around 250 to 300 calories. So again, as I mentioned, even though this is a diet break week, I'm still doing my cardio in my usual volume. Alright guys, we just had a good workout. Right now we're getting a post-workout meal
At Cluck and Bell.
I'll show my boy here right in a minute.
Been working out for a couple of years, studying hard, sciences, brains, bronze, not at all.
Alright, show them what you got.
We got the hot tacos, followed by cinnamon roll ball, whatever things they are, and the potatoes, you know, you gotta get them in. Big fat belly.
Sweet. Alright, this is what I got, guys. Pretty much got everything I could ever imagine. So, cinnamon balls here. Got some 3-piece tenders in there. Got the Doritos Locos Tacos here. And fries.
I haven't noticed. I know you guys have been noticing I've been doing a cut last week, but this week I've been on vacation, so I'm taking a diet break right now. So I'm essentially still doing my cardio, still doing my stuff, but taking a bit of a diet break, upping my carbs, upping my calories. So it's not going to affect me that much. So just enjoying my time here with my boy. So anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and rate, comment, subscribe, and holla back. Peace out.